All right, so in front of me, I have several products that are designed to help you cheat in school. Now, I do not condone cheating in school. I'm not gonna lie, I have cheated on things in school before, and I regret doing those, but I don't do it anymore. This is an official disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, but we really wanna check out these products because I find them really interesting. They're basically like, they're designed to cheat in school, but they also can be used as like spy tech, literally. So they're pretty cool. So the first one is from a company called 24 Cuppy, okay? And they make this little camera that you can basically, it's like the shape of a button. But let's get it open. All right, so it's in this box right here. We're gonna open it up and we get a little foam insert right here. And then you get all of the stuff in here. So there's actually an assortment of things in here, but let me just show you this thing. You've got, this is the camera. This is literally it. Like, so this thing right here is the camera. That little button is the camera. And then it has this little box and it pairs all together with this little system. So basically what you do is you open this up and you're gonna plug this camera into this battery. So once this goes into the battery right here, you plug this in and this is the whole thing that you're gonna have to mount on your body during your school assignment. And then we also have little SD card or SIM card adapters and then some other manual stuff. We have the Wi-Fi adapter tool right here. And then we have a couple of charging cables, a bunch of charging cables actually, and then we have this microphone kit right here. Then we also have this little tiny earpiece. Look at this thing. This thing is royally tiny. Literally, look at this. Oh my gosh, that's tiny. So that, and then it comes with an extra battery for the actual earpiece right there. Okay, so the idea behind this thing right here is that you have this little tiny camera. Okay, and you put it like where one of your buttons are, like right here. And from there, this thing will transmit to either your phone, or if you want to boost it, you can transmit it to here, which will transmit it to a phone. So this piece is going to connect to your phone, and then the earpiece will connect to this piece. And so you're able to be on a call via these two pieces while you're in your testing center. And then this will be transmitting the footage of what you're seeing to that person, and then the person will relay through your phone what you're saying, or what the answer is, through this microphone as well. So this thing all pairs together into this ultimate little system to cheat on tests. So this can also be used as like, obviously to cheat in school, but also like literal spy tech. Like, this is crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up now. So there's a little QR code. We're gonna scan that, and this will get us into the actual menu, and I can show you a little bit more of what it looks like. Okay. All right, so you're gonna need to download this app called Look Cam Pro, and then from there, it'll show like iOS or Android, so we're gonna do iOS. And then from there, you download the app, and this is how you're basically gonna be accessing the camera feed. Let's give you an example here. Okay, so I'm gonna connect this up to my phone, and we'll see how it works. So first we're gonna turn it on. It also does have a SD card holder, so you can actually record your whole session too if you want to do that as well. So for this to work, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to connect to the actual Wi-Fi of this camera. And then once you're able to connect to the Wi-Fi, you can go back to the app and you should be able to see the stream from the actual app. So it says no internet connection right there, but we go into here and then boom, just like that, you have access to the camera and you can see the camera feed. So we're gonna go into the camera feed real quick. I have the camera on and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see right there, we have the camera feed and what it's seeing. So what you do is now put this into your shirt as your camera. Make sure to wear a button-up shirt, and then you're gonna want to pair up this, and you hop on a phone call and you're able to literally just record your whole test. That is how this one works. It's pretty wild. I'll show you what it looks like under my shirt so you can kind of understand. So we're gonna try putting it in our front pocket right here. And then just like that, you have access, as you can see, as you can't see actually at all. But look, the camera is right there in my pocket, right there. And this is the actual feed coming from that. I'm pointing this at the camera and you can see my hand. And so the point of the Wi-Fi router is to basically boost the signal of this so that somebody else could be farther away and still be able to get the feed. But honestly, kind of cool. Like, the fact that you can do that is really crazy, and it looks like a button. Like, this is legit spy tech right here. The actual resolution of the camera it's fine, and it's like legible. Like, I can put some things up in front of it, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like. So like if you're looking at like I guess like a paper or like a person, I'll even show you this little manual. Like, this is what it would look like. So it's good enough, but like it's definitely not like a high resolution camera by any means. Next up, we have this pair of smart glasses. So these are called the Even Realities G2. And these things are awesome because, first of all, you cannot tell these are smart glasses. They're extremely like low key. So these are not necessarily made for cheating in class, but they could be very well used for that. And so these things have a really super low profile. We have just little nubs at the back, then it's just like a full titanium frame, and there's no cameras on the front. So that also is another thing that doesn't give it away, is the fact that there's no cameras. It comes in this little case, and this gives it extra battery, and you can charge it all through here. All right, so these are the glasses, and essentially they have this little display that shows up. It's on right now, so you obviously cannot see it, but I can see exactly what is going on. And what you can do is you can actually navigate on this little ring that pairs to the glasses, the whole display. So you could upload a document and do the whole thing. It even has its own AI assistant built in called the Even AI. So I can say, hey, Even, and then I could say it and it'll basically use AI and answer this question for me. But I'll show you what it looks like. So this one's really cool. You have a whole setting where you can go to like a teleprompt section where you can upload your whole textbook, and you could use the ring to navigate it. And you can also, it has like translating features and other things like that. But I'd say the main thing that'll be useful for your actual like test is being able to upload all the information about your test onto the glasses. And that way nobody can see you, and you are just seeing this literal screen right in front of you where nobody else can see them. Let's see if I can show you kind of what it looks like. Okay, so this is sort of what it looks like. It's this little green box, and I'll put some other shots in there as well, but you basically are able to just see things through these glasses. Oh, okay, there we go. But let's go to the teleprompt feature and I'll show you kind of how it works. So you go to the teleprompt. So between the teleprompter feature and the AI, those are both the things I'd say would be absolutely goated for this scenario. Not saying you need to do this, but it definitely could work. All right, and our last product we're trying out today is this smart calculator, also from that same company called 24 Cuppy. And this thing is supposed to be a calculator that runs Android. So it's basically like a phone built into a calculator, and it's secret too. So let's get open. All right, so here's the box right here. We'll get it all open just like that. Opening this up, and we have the actual calculator right here. Comes in a little bag just like that. Undo it and unbox it just like that. Got our nice little calculator. And then we have, it looks like a charging cable and a manual in there. With this calculator, all you gotta do is flip this switch right here, and you're able to, first of all, it just seems like a normal calculator, okay? Because, well, that's what you want your teachers to think, right? That it's a normal calculator. But when you hit this button right here, the 9, it'll actually bring you to a secret menu. And in this secret menu, you have access to calendar, dictionary, settings, photos, FM radio, recorder, browser, like a internet browser, ebook, video, and music. So there's like a ton of different things that you could do with this, ton of different scenarios. But the thing is, it goes back to actually being a normal calculator. If you want to if you hit the equal sign, it'll return you right to a normal calculator, and it literally just works like a normal calculator. Like you see this, times 6, whatever, okay? Normal calculator, let's see. And just like that, you get the answer. So it works as a normal calculator, but it has this double function, and it's kind of wild. So what can it, I'm gonna show you kind of the functions a little bit better. We'll go into the 9 secret area, and so you have a photo section. You can hit the alpha button, this will bring you in. And so literally you could upload photos of whatever it is. It could be like your study guide or just anything you want to add in there. Or just it could be a photo of your notes, or even just like a photo of your dog because you want to see your dog during your tests because you missed them, right? You also have a radio function. So there's the parts I'm a little confused on is like the music and the radio part. But I guess this is like if you can't bring your phone into school, not that you're actually going to use it for cheating, but you can actually listen to music from it. And on the side, you have a little port which has a SD card slot and also a headphone jack. So you can plug in headphones to your calculator, and you can upload whatever you want from the SD card as well. One thing I want to mention about this calculator is it has this privacy glass. So if you look on it straight on, obviously you can see the screen, but if you start tilting it, it disappears. So if your teachers look at you from the side, they won't be able to see your screen, and then I guess they'll just assume it's your calculator's off, or that you're hacking the mainframe or something. I don't know. But then there's also a section where you can record basically what's going on in class. This could be actually very useful to like just record your class. I don't know why you couldn't do that with your phone, but maybe you can't have your phone. And then you have the browser section. Let's click into that. And this just shows all of your different things in there between all of your storage. So this is where you'd find your SD card as well. And if you record your lectures, you could keep it all on the calculator, and that way you could use that whenever you need it. You also have an ebook section. This can be like where you upload your textbooks, so you can see exactly what's going on. As you can see, we have a little textbook uploaded into there. And then you have the video section. So it actually has some preloaded videos on here, and they're like little helpful videos like for math and other things like that. We can click on those. So look, this is a little math one. You're gonna want to turn the volume down because you don't want this playing in the middle of the class. So yeah, and then at the end of the day, you hit this equal sign and it brings you back to the normal calculator. Anyway, so all these are things that can be used to cheat in school. They also can be used to do good things in school. Just saying, you guys don't have to cheat in school, but they're pretty cool products anyways. All right, overall, like which one is the most discreet and actually usable? I think for one, I think my favorite is probably the calculator. This one is definitely the most discreet and actually like, it just looks like a normal calculator. I think the camera one is cool, but the concept of it is just kind of, it's a lot of effort for not as much awesomeness, if that makes sense. Like if the guy helping you still sucks at school, I mean, they may have access to the internet, but maybe they'll still help you get it wrong. I don't know. So I think for me, the calculators definitely are my #1 tier. Next has got to go to the glasses, because you can upload anything under the glasses and they're pretty like, and they can be used for just normal stuff as well. And then third, I definitely got to put the camera in very third, because that one just is a lot of effort. When it comes to best value for money, I think the calculator is definitely the best, because it's like $99, whereas the rest of them are several hundred. I think the camera is like 200 and something, and then the even realities are, the glasses are much more. So overall, I think this calculator definitely kills it. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and peace. Cool.